and welcome. This explainer is specifically for all of you in the Grace Flow Kundalini Tantra teacher training. We're going to connect some dots today and really bring some clarity and context to the different yogic paths you're exploring. Okay, let's just dive right in. If you've ever felt a little, lost, trying to figure out how all these yogic traditions fit together, yeah, you are not alone. It's this huge interwoven tapestry, and honestly, the lines can get pretty blurry. So, our goal for the next few minutes is pretty simple. We're going to create a clear map. We're going to place Kriya Yoga right in the middle of these traditions you're already studying, Hatha, Tantra, Kundalini, and show you exactly how they relate. By the end, you'll see that bigger picture. All right, so to really get Kriya, we've got to look at its bedrock first, and that means starting with the two absolute pillars that support so many of these esoteric paths, Hatha and Tantra. Here's a really great way to think about these two. You can frame them as the how versus the why. So think of Hatha Yoga as the powerful, practical toolkit. It's the how, the forceful practices that get the body ready. Tantra, on the other hand, is the why. It gives you this expansive, philosophical matrix that gives it all meaning. Seeing the body as the sacred map of the entire cosmos. And for you, as students of Tantra, this toolkit should look super familiar. Asana, Pranayama, mudras, bandhas, right? Hatha Yoga is what codified all these potent techniques into a system specifically built to purify our physical and energetic bodies, getting them ready for really profound states of meditation. Okay, so with that foundation in place, let's now zoom in and see how all of this builds into the specific system of Kriya Yoga, which was brought back for a modern age by the great Lahiri Mahasaya back in the 19th century. Now, this is a really important point to grasp. Kriya Yoga wasn't brought to us by some remote monk on a mountaintop. It came through a family man, an accountant, and that fact alone just grounds the entire practice in the reality of our day-to-day lives, making this profound spiritual science accessible to absolutely everyone. So what do we even mean by Kriya in this context? Well, it's not about what you do on the outside. It's all about inner action, what's called prana karma. It's basically a psychophysiological science built on this one simple but incredibly profound principle. The breath and the mind are totally, completely linked. If you can control one, you can control the other. The real engine of this practice is Kriya Pranayama. And listen, this is not just some generic breathing exercise. It is a highly specific, super refined technique of spinal breathing. You are literally moving your awareness and your life force consciously up and down that central channel, the sushumna, and that refines your internal perception to an absolutely extraordinary degree. And this brings us to the unique aim of Kriya. You see, while a lot of paths focus on awakening Kundalini, Kriya's stated goal is something called paravasta. This is the state beyond the action of Kriya itself. It's a state of such profound inner stillness that the breath becomes so fine it almost seems to stop. And that's the moment your consciousness can realize, wow, I am not just this body. Okay, with all those foundations laid, we can finally start mapping the connections. But first, we have to tackle a major source of confusion, and that's just words that happen to mean different things in different traditions. Just take the word Kriya itself. It can mean the Hatha cleansing techniques, or it can mean Lahiri's very specific pranayama. Siddha Yoga can be a general term for the yoga of perfected masters, or it can be a specific modern school. And same thing for Kundalini Yoga. Understanding this ambiguity is so vital for you as future teachers, because it lets you speak with real precision and avoid a lot of misinterpretation. Okay, this table really just brings it all together. You can see right away how all these paths are drawing from that same shared Hatha toolkit. But now look over at the Kriya Yoga column. You see, it combines those tools with its own unique key technique, that Kriya Pranayama, and points them toward a very specific goal, paravasta. It's the intention and the combination of techniques that really makes it distinct. So what's the ultimate takeaway from our little map of these amazing yogic traditions? What does all this really mean for your own practice? So here it is, the main idea. Kriya Yoga isn't some totally separate, unrelated path off on its own island. Think of it more like a highly focused and really potent distillation. It takes these specific, powerful techniques from that ancient well of Hatha and Tantric wisdom, and it refines them into a super direct system aimed at rapid transformation all through that breath-mind axis. And I'll leave you with this question to carry with you into your practice and into your future teaching. Now that you can see the map, how does knowing where a practice comes from, its lineage, its place in this great tradition, how does that change the way you actually experience it? Hopefully, this brings a whole new layer of depth to your journey.